champagne, purple cups and 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 champagne, champagne, champagne.
Ladies and ugly men, welcome to Purple Cups and Champagne. I'm your host, Vlad the Don, a.k.a. Handsome, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me, a.k.a. Never Salty. And my man's right here today, Cheddie.
What's going on, people?
What's up, man? Welcome back, baller.
Nah, man, I got a bone to pick with you.
Why, baller?
People, I do not own a ferret.
Of course not.
I did not miss our show because my ferret died. Yo, where do you know what? When I was listening to the show, I was like, what is he going to say for why I'm not here? Like that, I was just waiting for it.
The truth.
And you didn't wait. You didn't wait like 10 minutes. You just went in and just said, yo, his ferret died. I don't own a ferret.
When it sparks, it sparks.
I mean,
you don't own a ferret. Your ferret is dead. That's the point.
pouring out for my ferret, man.
There's nothing in there.
Oh, man.
So,
But,
yeah.
It's good to be back. We're missing a few cast members, due to different obligations and stuff. You know what I mean?
No obligations, just not the desire to be here.
No,
Things
it's
of that
not.
nature.
No, not at all. Not at all. You know what I mean? Duty calls sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes wifey tells you can't do stuff.
Josh, shout out to Josh. Hopefully I can, fill in. This seat is a prestigious seat, and hopefully I can, do you proud. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about, man?
It is true. This is Josh's chair. This is Josh's chair, man. You guys, by the way, you guys killed that episode. By the way, I just gotta throw that out there. I was like a proud, older brother, but I'm younger than you.
You're the curator.
Nah, I was.
This
super
is
proud.
Your show, dude.
I was like, nah, you guys crushed that shit though.
Thank
you guys
you.
definitely did.
We tried. I mean,
By the feedback we got, you guys crushed it. I know the feedback I got, and I know that a couple of female family members hit me up and was like, "Oh, so that's how y'all feel?" And I was like, you know what I mean? I don't think any girl. No, a couple, female, friends and stuff like that were just kind of like, okay.
I'm mad they coupled you guys into what I said, which got misunderstood.
Because you are the face of the show,
right? But I got misunderstood. Right,
so we kind of we got to backtrack.
Yeah,
which was honestly, it had our group chat lit too. It had the group chat lit. It had the show. It was awesome. But
right, it was the truth. And it was the truth,
said
and misunderstood.
There's some truth in it, but not full truth.
It's my truth. And that was kind of my point.
Who the fuck are you? I'm saying my truth.
It's what I live by. Not my truth. My truth is different than the world's truth. 1 + 1 will always equal 2.
Shout out to how I named this topic. Cancel handsome. Cancel handsome.
That's what it felt like, man. I'm like, my DM got lit. I'm like,
Word.
What the fuck? That's not what I said.
I was like, yo, Handsome, I hope you hit the rotation and let them know, yo, this is
how
not how I feel. These are the words of Jonathan Cheddie or something.
Nah, man, I stood by that shit because it got
did.
misunderstood.
Okay.
I said my preference. I never said anything against anybody that has.
So go ahead, let's hear the quote. You on the spot? Look at you.
I don't remember.
Because you don't even believe in it. That's
no. Here's the whole thing. All I said was this: I prefer ugly to used. That's it. Nice and simple. Prefer, right? It's my preference. Maybe I don't use those words. Maybe I said it in another way, but that's what it meant. That is my preference. I'm not trying to shit on anybody that's used. I have a lot of used lovers. I like using them.
Okay. So
you like using them. We've used some of the same. We're being used.
Ladies,
I'm used.
Are we Eskimo brothers? You trying to say we're Eskimo brothers? It's Sunday, so you're not telling me? Oh shit! You just dropped a bomb on this show. You know what I mean?
I was joking. But, we have not abused and used the same women. Cheddie's numbers are way astronomical. Yo, I remain in a small little circle.
About that. Yeah, you're gonna make people tell me that you need to take more than a COVID test. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we know one member that doesn't, but let's leave that at that.
Yo, shout out to my brother. You know who you are. When you're working out at the gym tomorrow and you hear this show, you know who we talk about,
when
baby.
That SAP button hit.
Yeah. We love you, dog. Never change.
Your man said, sex test? What for? I have sex and that's it. I don't got to test it.
Yo no sé. But
if you don't itch, it don't stick.
Wow. We ain't gonna hear the end of it about this one. But yeah, so did you what was kind of the backlash that you got? Did you get any type of
No, so I got a lot of people telling me yo, what kind of shit is that? So you're telling me you, for instance, have been with 3 people,
Okay.
right? As opposed to me, who's been with 17, and you have bigger value than me. I'm like, not at all. That's just something. I even when I said it, I said I could be with a girl that's been like in a little gangbang session one day.
Johnny, that's why do you have to? Why is it? Yo, why is it so black and white with you? There's no gray with you, does?
That's
like,
gray?
It's right. No, a woman that has slept with a few. There we go.
Ooh. They didn't think I could
Perfect
do that.
pop. Shout out to Faid, who's usually here to do this.
Facto.
You know what I mean?
This is the cameraman over here didn't want to do it.
But yeah, we got Buddha in the house today. Shit's gonna look official.
By the way, I'm fasting, so this shit right here is gonna get me lit in like
Let's
2 seconds.
Let's do it. Oh man, so we probably should have saved this topic last. You know what I mean?
That's why I knocked it
want
out
it
early.
at the bottom of the Hey, real.
Yeah,
Grab a glass,
real.
brother. Come on, man.
Buddha.
Shout out to the engineer, real. Heart of Queens. You already know what
where
time
we
it
at.
is. For your recording,
Oh, this one's been in the dumpster.
Okay, so we got to get rid of that one. Fallen Soldier.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pause.
Yeah, so tell me some of the backlash that you got from the
That's pretty much what I got. It was
Yeah.
kind of like, yo, how you here gonna sit here and judge me, especially when you've been through this,
Right.
and you never said that to me, and I'm like, because I didn't know. I didn't know at the time, and I clearly said in the video when I said, yo, it's more to me, and it may be ego. Like Joshua said, he wishes I'd be a better man after that.
Right,
I
right.
said it's more so.
Josh's face when you said it though. That shit could have been the cover of the podcast. fuck. Who do we have on it? Fucking the late night host. What's his name?
The other Fallon guy,
Yeah, the other white guy. But
the ginger.
yo, to girls with a lot of bodies.
Facts though. we
Shit,
love
man.
you, man.
We love
Crazy.
you, man. We
Without
love you.
you,
we
there's
love,
no circulation.
We love you the same, man.
Oh my God.
To all the water bugs. I know you heard
excellent.
that. I know you heard that term before. That's a Brooklyn term. But like some of the, I mean, I didn't get any backlash. They were just kind of like.
Where do you stand?
They were just kind of. Where do I stand?
Yeah, as a used.
Look, it's as a used man.
Yeah.
Look, it's a double standard. It's just what it is. Like, I'm very like I ain't gonna front. I'm kind of a little. I won't say out of sight, out of mind. Where I'm just like, yo, I don't even want to know. You know what I mean? But if I do hear about it though, it's gonna go as demerits towards you. That's where I'm at.
And that's where I'm at.
And that's
Thank
what it is.
you.
I'm just very like, yo, I don't need to hear about every relationship you've been in. I really don't care. You understand what I'm saying?
ask.
I don't ask. You understand what I'm saying? And then like where it's to me, it's okay. You're talking about like it makes me feel like, are you thinking about that stuff or like we don't need to know all that. You know what I mean? But now if it comes around where like I meet one of your friends or I meet someone in your circle and they say, oh yeah, yo, so-and-so has been with like
What's up,
oh, yeah, yeah, the whole team, you know what I mean? Or yeah, you remember that one time when, you were in the yeah, like I don't want to hear any of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So like if I'm coming through, like tuck all your skeletons in the cloud, like I don't want to know. I mean, I want to know about it for I guess for health reasons, you know what I mean? You should know that something you should, tell someone. But at the same time, it's like, yo, there is a double standard because
As there should be.
why should there be a double standard?
Here's why I say it. Even looking at
Like I already know I'm gonna get a daughter. Like I already know
I
I'm
got
gonna,
a daughter. That's
I
why
already
God
know I'm
did
gonna
it
get a
for me.
daughter. Like yeah, I already know I'm gonna get a daughter.
I
So,
knew what his plan was.
You know what I mean? So like Josh is a good man. Faid is definitely getting a son because that's one of the best dudes I know. You understand what I'm saying? Josh is getting one. So I mean, well, Joshy has a son.
Yeah.
But I said the same thing. I don't know. Like there is a double standard, and you know what the double standard is. We don't need. You know what I mean? Like it's.
But there should be. I think there's a lot more value, and this is where people misunderstand my stance on it. I think there's a lot more value into the nature of a woman, into what they bring to society, into the fact that they create life. They're the closest thing to God that there is. If you want to be realistic with it, like they create life in their womb. We can't do that.
So you feel that it taints that woman by the amount of men she's been with?
No, I just think it's a sacred thing to be giving it away like crazy, like and shit happens. Another thing is this: if you're like Sally, the one that I mentioned, right? If you're hitting up 23, 24 people in a matter of 4 or 5 years, there's an issue with that. Now, if it happened in the span of 20 years, I could understand that more. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to use those kind of metrics.
But girls that are like in the
Yo,
in
if
the
you're
late 30s,
29
early,
and you've been with 20 people,
that's a lot.
you got an issue.
That's a lot. Either that or you like in a sorority and shit, like in college.
Yeah,
or whatever,
and
what
you were
I mean?
part of that gang
You know
bang
what
that
they
I
say
said 4 times.
Yeah, that's why I think like they say like my college days I did this or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I gotta meet like some girl that went to school like in Utah, This way, all the shit that she did was in Utah, and when she come back to New York, we good. You know what I mean?
Well, that's my point. That's why I said that there is, even with myself, there's a double standard in that sense. I said, yo, if it's known, right, I have a problem with it. If I don't know about it, no harm, no foul. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows the bodies I got. I don't share that shit. I shouldn't have to share it. I had you in the last one. That's it.
But there you go. If a woman hears that you got bodies, though, right?
Yeah.
Why is it sometimes it's attractive to some women?
They'll say no. They'll say
no.
But you know the deal.
You know what I mean? Like, like my man T.I. said, no girl wants to be with a dude who don't got bitches.
Nope.
It is what it is. It's like this is. I don't know if it's I only had a couple of sips, but like, yo, this is like, me. I try to stay PC. I try to not get us thrown off the fucking air. But it's the truth, though, man. Like, no guy wants the girl. No girl wants the guy who, doesn't have the ability. Oh, for one, they have to be somewhat good looking, have game. You know what I mean? Charming, smart, funny. You know what I mean? Like you want to portray that stuff. You know what I mean? Like you're, and testosterone. You know what I'm saying? That like
alpha male.
Alpha male. Yeah. No one wants a herb,
a beta.
You know what I mean? So, but that's the thing though. But then why is it that we have to play you have to play a little bit of the role in order to look good, or you can't necessarily say something like that where like, oh, yeah, I got no girls. You know what I mean? Or actually, you have to say that.
You could say that, but they know by your aura.
Right.
They know by pheromones, all that extra shit. Like, nah, this motherfucker get bitches. Or he can.
In New York, they don't say, yo, I think you're handsome. They say, yeah, you fuck with mad bitches.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. So like what T.I. said, it's one of those things like, yo, all right, you have a lot of girls. You know what I mean? And it attracts more girls. You understand what I'm saying? But what happens to the dude who just wants to be, yo, you know what? I just want one girl. This is what I want to do. Like, why is that why is that one frowned upon, and two, like by women, not by men. Like if I see a dude, a stand up dude, yo, that's awesome.
That's
you know what
me
I mean?
Though, son. That's why I always get dropped because I'm really a one woman man. Like I don't care about the other shit.
Who are you shooting your shot at on this show? shout out to you, young lady.
Chill, man. I gotta think for Virgos. But
this is a catch right here. You know what I mean? Whatever I can do to help.
Nah, I am a one woman man. It's just life hasn't granted me that. They often leave me because of that. Like they know.
Because you think you have mad bitches?
I'm easily attainable. No, they leave me because I'm easily attainable.
Because you're easily attainable. Okay.
If I was like in the mad bitches realm and I was doing things, they'd be like, "Wow, this is my guy." But nah, they always leave me because I'm a one woman man.
So how do we get past the double standard? Like, there's no way. It's just gonna be something that's gonna happen to the end of time. Well, because right now with the Me Too movement, where they're just like, more women are more okay. This is what you know what I mean. This is what more empowered and stuff like that, which is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if a girl comes around and says, "Yeah, I got mad dudes. I got mad dudes in my rotation." For instance, girl sits there and says, "I got mad dudes in my rotation," and a guy says, "I got mad bitches in my rotation." Who's the one that we're gonna go? Yo, that's what's up. Oh, for instance, if you had a niece and nephew. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they both came and told you the same thing. They're both. I don't want to make it personal, but say they're both 25. They both come up to you, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't know who I'm gonna hit up tonight." And you're gonna cringe. You're gonna cringe, my nigga. You're gonna fucking cringe. But then when your son goes over,
just hurt.
No, sorry, not when your son. But if like my nephew goes to me and says, "Oh, I'm a perfect example. I got twins. I got twins. Shout out to Chris. I got your twin niece and nephew. Right? I don't want to hear that from baby girl.
Yeah,
baby boy tells me that." It's a wrap. Like, I'm going to be like, yo, where at, though? You know what I mean? Or she got an aunt? Like, you know what I mean? But why is that, though?
Because that feeds back into what I was saying prior. Okay. It's a nature thing, right? So even if you look amongst the animal kingdom, just look at a lion, right? He's able to smash every lioness. Not that one lioness is stuck to that one lion. Okay. This goes back to human nature. It goes back to animalistic nature. Men are more by nature explorers, right? We're more out there. We're more loose with it. Whereas females are more of the nurturers. They hold shit down. They know how to. It's like the whole adage, and I hate saying it, but it's kind of true. behind every good man is a great woman, all that shit.
Right.
Because that's what they're sacred, and they have to be held in a sacred nature. So they may not like it, and this generation we're going through now is with this whole shit like, nah, I can fuck mad niggas, and I'm still a valuable bitch. And it's like, all right, cool, man, whatever makes you happy, queen.
The Meg Thee Stallions, the
all that
Cardis,
shit,
the Cardis, right.
I hate that king and queen shit, man. You motherfuckers ain't kings and queens. We just regular ass people trying to survive.
I'm a fucking king. I don't know about that.
There you go.
You know
enjoy that.
Yeah, you know? I'm the king of 179th Street. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you gotta see Cheddie's new place, by the way. Ooh, and he gave me a copy of the keys just in case I gotta swing through. Yeah,
I live in Brooklyn, man. I moved to Brooklyn.
He got bread. He could live in Williamsburg the way he does now.
I wish.
He got his condo right there.
But yeah, man. So just kind of circling back to the double standard. This is not going to change. This is going to happen to the end of time.
It'll change in the context of what people see, but in our nature.
Because dudes are getting more sensitive now.
Yeah.
Like,
look at Josh.
Up.
Josh thinks it's okay. Josh will be like, nah, but women have the right to explore their sexuality as well. Like, it's okay.
But he has a point, though. I'm with him on it.
And he
has a point. He has a
God
point,
forbid, Brenda's like, yeah, I got 19 bodies, but it's whatever. Josh is going to be like, yo, not my woman though. It's kind of different.
But
man.
Josh is also Dominican, so that comes with the whole like.
You think Caucasians have different standards?
That's a fact, dogs. I think that I watch enough Friends and fucking Seinfeld to know like they're very like Look at Saved by the Bell. Zach smashed all three of them. You understand what I'm saying? And they all hang out together.
Oh,
you understand? Turtle. You think that shit is happening like in like West Indian cliques or like fucking Dominican cliques or any of that shit?
Because we're more connected to our tribal roots.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? We're still connected to the core of our culture.
Right.
Caucasians don't really have a culture, right? They were just conquerors that went around and have different shit. And I hate to say shit like that, but it's just the truth. They'll be like, yo, who your ancestors?
Please don't use this as a snippet for the real. Shout out to my Caucasian listeners.
Yo, listen, man. I got a Caucasian friend. She's real cool, so she knows I'm not a racist. A little bit.
Anybody that says I'm not a racist
is a fucking racist. Nah, I'm a stone cold racist. I can't lie.
No, you hate everybody, so it's all good. You hate everybody equally.
It's
so
fair.
That's what I appreciate. That's why I never take you. I never not say that. I take you serious, but I never take
not
you
in that
to
nature. Yeah,
because I definitely know that.
I love Guyanese beef patties.
I don't. It's just a trash. They got
and the little beef patties. Yeah. Those just so fake.
It's just mad fake. Got fucking little green beans in them and shit like that. Yo, like, what are you doing?
I actually do love them.
I want to mush somebody in the face with them shits, yo. But anyways, man, yeah. So like, I feel like so. Going back to the topic, I hate just getting off of it like that. But
real quick, hit the next screen.
Yeah, but no, with the whole T.I. thing, like when he said that, he got like a whole bunch of backlash. You know what I mean? Like I was looking at like when I was researching, like when I went and looked up exactly his quote, because the quote I gave, like when I was setting the topic, was like, why do men who have multiple women have the ability to get with more women? Where he was just like, nah, if you got mad bitches, girls want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things like, why did he get so much backlash for it? If like those girls deep down know that they want to be with the guy that they don't want to be with the guy that's attainable.
No.
They want to be with the guy who
want the alpha
they want the
male.
boss. They want the boss, like my man Dame Dash like to say. I listen to that episode at least once a month, yo. Just so I can level up. Just so I can level up. Shout out to Dame, yo.
But that's the thing. They want the alpha. Nobody wants the beta. It's cool. You'll take the beta, especially when you're like 46. But before that, you're kind of like, I got a good friend, right? I'm not going to mention her name. But that's kind of one of her struggles and shit. Like, she has these crazy standards. And I'm like, yo, you're like 42 and washed, right? Like,
see, well, why is she Why is she 42 and washed? And why are you being an ageist, yo?
Well, she's washed because she's been washed. It's not really like I'm not saying it in a fucked up way, but she's been through the ringer. You know what I mean? So at one point you have to realize, like,
cheers to you, ma.
Yeah, maybe your standards are off, right? Maybe your standards. Maybe you see yourself in a light that you shouldn't be at, right? So, and I don't mean because I see the whole shit. People don't lower your standards. No, motherfuckers. Sometimes you have to lower your standards.
But sometimes your standards are what you see on IG, what you see on TV.
That's the problem.
And all this other stuff, and it's just kind of like, well, you're looking past someone who's right in front of you who could be like, have your same fucking.
You sent me that? Buddha sent me some YouTube shit earlier, and it was speaking exactly on that.
Okay.
The lady goes, how dating an NBA dude that was like giving her all this shit, had the car and all this shit, fucked up her kind of like her what? Yeah, but there's like she mentioned the same, but yeah, like your standard, right? So when the next dude she was talking to was like,
if you don't got 6 figures, or in that case 7 figures.
he was a professor at a university, but he drove a Ford Explorer, and that was like the first thing she told her homeboy, was her best friend. He's like, "Yo, what's going on with this dude?" She's like, "Oh, he's cool, but he drives a Ford Explorer," and dude stopped her like, why would you mention that?
Yeah, like why is that a part of the,
Like,
you know?
What?
Right.
What's going on here?
Right.
And that goes back to the IG comment you just made, right? So if I'm there and all I see on IG is motherfuckers relationship goals, and they're in fucking Italy one day and France the next day, and like, yo, you start thinking like, nah, that's what I deserve, and I'm not lowering my standards because of that meme that says never you lower your standards.
Lower your standards, right.
Yeah, your standards were up there when you're not up there. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta kind of chill sometimes and take total self-awareness, something I always speak on. Not everybody's self-aware. Like I'm self-aware, hence why I can tell you, yo,
elaborate.
Yeah, I'm not with I've been in that situation where I found out homegirl I'm dealing with had a lot of bodies on her count, and it wouldn't get out of my fucking head. Awesome girl, great, but after
hold
that,
up. So now should you lower your standards in order to get on her level just because she has a lot of bodies on her? That's just something that you're not attracted to. So is it a double standard where we're saying, okay, well, you're not attracted to the fact that she's been with a lot of men, but then this girl's not a lot attracted because you're not in the tax bracket that she wants you to be in?
correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
My problem wasn't that, because I was fine with her. I take people for what they are.
Okay.
There's just certain things I know myself I can't handle.
And I mentioned you can't get past it.
I can't. And I said, don't talk about shit like that.
Okay.
Because the moment it happened.
But you'd rather not know.
I'd rather not know.
Right,
It's not my business.
right. Because that was your life or whatever the case may be. Okay.
I'm not a back digger. I don't want to know what the fuck. I like learning personal shit about you.
Yeah.
But that shit, nah, you good. Like,
Okay.
why would I need to know that?
That's fair enough.
I value you for who I met, what you are, and this and that. Now, granted, if that is important to you and you're like, yo, I got to take some dicks down. Like, I love you and everything, but this one dick shit ain't working. Then I got to be like, well, you know what? It doesn't work for me either.
What the fuck?
She's a nympho.
That sounded so funny.
But there's a lot of women that go through that. And this culture is teaching them, yo, but fuck that. If you need mad dicks, just take mad dicks. No one should tell you your standard by the dicks you take. Cool. But then you got the people that'll be like, yo, I'll take you with them 10 dicks. That's for them. It's the same thing we talk about, like polygamy. I can't fuck with that shit. Not in any way. Like, even if I were like, oh, let me have 3 wives.
No.
I can't. It's not for me.
Okay.
But certain people live it. Caucasians love that shit. Like, it's like, oh, so what? She goes, has her fun, but she loves me. Yeah, you good. I'm not.
And Dominicans, West Indians don't do that?
The hell no. Come on, man.
Tell me, I know niggas that got a family. He got 2 different families, dogs.
Yes. But would he be cool if his wife had another family?
Oh, you're talking about the woman. Oh,
Yeah, hell no.
You just lost me because I was sitting there. I was like, I probably got like a couple uncles that got like 3 fucking families. One in Guyana, one in Canada, and one in New York. You know what I'm saying? But the woman could definitely not. Right.
Nah.
Right.
And
because they should be cooking in the kitchen, right, Johnny?
They should. They should. Well, hold on.
Why, how would they have time if they have to do laundry, right?
And that's the point.
Yeah.
If you got time to have another relationship,
yeah. Who's folding the clothes, right? Yo,
what's on the dinner plate?
This is where we are missing Joshua Robles. This is why I should not be sitting in this seat. I should be sitting on my stool. But it's all good.
Josh should be like, but hold on. That's why we have Uber Eats now. You can't think that way anymore.
Oh my God.
Like, you should both be able to pay for the Uber Eats and let her have her life. I'm not with that shit.
Yo, Josh, we miss you, man. Just know that.
It's on him, B.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, this is crazy, man. Like, I didn't think so much shit would come out of this, but people got to understand, like, I'm realistic, man. I'm not bullshitting. I know what I can deal with and what I can't. Some people will tell you, nah, I'm good. It's all great. And then go through it and have this resentment towards shorty. Like, why do that?
Who brought this, just to circle back, who brought this up? Like, who brought up, like, the question or whatever?
Josh was talking about
so he's
Doc
Vlad,
Rivers' daughter.
He's VladTV.
He's Vlad.
Josh is VladTV. Yes, yes, he did.
Man.
He talked about Doc Rivers' daughter because Paul George went and, like,
he baited me.
Complained about Doc Rivers, but, like, about not coaching him correctly. But he's the one who cheated on Doc Rivers' wife. I mean, Doc Rivers' daughter. Oh, that's crazy. Cheated on Doc Rivers' daughter. And then the wife and this girl that he cheated on with. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yo, you dogged his daughter. Then you go try to play for him. Like, there's no way that they could function. And then all of a sudden you dogging him now for the way he coached because you guys choked or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Josh is VladTV.
He Vladed me.
He
He
got
did, because I was kind of like just chilling. He
Yeah,
brought
because
that
now
up.
all of us are gonna be all of us got asked questions about that. Is that the way purple cups and champagne feels? You guys feel that way? And I'm just like,
No.
that's an individual. Do we have to do a disclaimer in front of every show? Like, the thoughts and views are by whoever said this particular thing.
Nah, but we all got to go down with the ship sometimes.
Oh no, for sure.
It's a team, man. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And
Well,
speaking of going down with the ship,
teamwork make the dream work.
this guy's going down with the ship.
Who,
Your man,
Cass?
Casanova.
Yeah, I know. That's sad.
That shit
man.
is ugly. It's something we've spoken about before. It makes
Johnny, when are people gonna stop going on Vlad's show and fucking diming themselves up? We had Taxstone, we had fucking Cass.
everybody thinks that they're smarter than him.
But you ever hear the questions that he asks?
100%.
Well, he goes, "Oh, so in 1992, is this beyond the statute of limitations? You know what I mean? But if not, I'm still gonna ask you. Did you I saw you with money. Did you rob a bank? Or you know what I mean? Like the way he asks these questions, I'll be sitting there, just be like, yo, dogs, like." Yeah, I ain't even gonna front. Like, I want the tea because, I listen to there's certain rap. One thing I hate giving him credit, but I'll give credit.
You must, because he does.
Because,
have
he interviews
dope people.
He has dope people on there. And he'll have the guy that, Hove had a bar about and say it was, Poppy from,
The
the
Haven.
bodega.
He had the Haven on his show.
That's what I'm saying.
And the Haven opened up
he had
different avenues.
He had Smoke No Joke. Choke No Joke. Sorry, Choke No Joke. Who was Rockefeller's cameraman. Like, he would just follow Dame around and just had all those, you know what I mean, all those videos. And it's just those are the guys that have the stories. Those are the guys that when Jay is rapping about a certain guy, you're just kind of like, oh, I don't know who the fuck that is. Oh, that's the guy he was talking about. So he does have good interviews. But it's the questions that he asks, though, are so, it's just looking to get a dude hemmed up. You know what I mean? He'll definitely do it really slick. And to be like, hey, I know it's it's been 30 years, but the shit that Cass has got knocked for is shit that he did in the past before. He's trying to,
Because Cass said it when when he got his deal. Cass told everybody, "Yo, I ain't looking to get into shit. I'm not being open. I'm out of the streets. Don't even call me a street nigga. I'm good."
You know what I remembered mostly? I remember him and Nipsey at the Rock Nation brunch, and I remember Casanova being like, "Yo, I'm really here right now." You know what I mean? He was dressed up. You know what I'm saying?
Brooklyn.
It was like he made it. You know what I mean? And it was one of those things where you're just kind of you're happy for him. I'm not a big fan of his music. You know what I mean? But you're rooting for him to win.
I'm a fan of his music.
There's certain songs I like, but I'm not a.
You're not gonna sit there and the new Cass tape is out, fam.
You heard that loud?
Nah, there's no line that's really gonna catch you. It's the energy. He's a Buster type dude, but with the new wave. You know what I mean? The energy's gonna get you and whatnot.
Right.
But even in that, it begs the question, why are they doing so much research into these guys that are trying to change their lives? And it's systematic. If you look at it, it's systematic. No matter what.
Because a lot of these guys, when they make it, they invest money directly into their hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sure he is too. You know what I mean? I don't know verbatim, but I'm sure he does. And it's why go after him? He's attempting to, you know what I mean? But it's just. It takes just one person to be like, yo, I'm gonna look into this because he's got too much money or whatever. Because originally, what I thought, and it's before we discussed this news, I remember being like, dang, did he start doing this shit because of COVID? Because niggas are not getting money anymore doing shows or all those other stuff. G Herbo stuff, right. Yeah. And when I found out that it was just something from past, but because it's not beyond the statute of limitations, he got knocked for this.
Yeah.
From an interview from Vlad?
See, that part I didn't know until you mentioned it.
I saw it so we were going to discuss this anyway. We talked about it today. And then right before we came into the podcast to record this show, we heard that. I mean, that could change or whatever. But that still doesn't change the fact that, Joe Budden has shouted him out about this. He got Taxstone knocked up. You know what I mean? When are guys going to stop going to his show? Yeah. You know what I mean? Why don't they go talk to Nori? Or why don't they go talk to somebody else, man? But why do they keep going to him?
And it's kind of what I said earlier, right? So Vlad feeds into the gossip generation, right? And everybody loves gossip. People just, as much as you say, nah, I'm not into gossip, you're going to be into it. You know what I mean? So Vlad feeds into that. And then what happens is people of Casanova's nature that are so on their shit, they're like, I'm still going to do Vlad. You know why? Because Vlad got that reach, but I'm smart. I ain't falling for none of that shit. Not knowing Vlad's whole MO is to learn how to dance around.
Oh, it's like when you're hustling, you never think you're going to get caught.
Nah. You think it's I'm good. Vlad asked the questions that doesn't seem like it's directly toward that, yet it's directly toward that.
Right.
Because you're not, unfortunately, the truth, you're not as smart as him. The dude, it has a knack for it. It's
No, he's
in
good.
him.
He's
you
good.
hear him. You hear the questions he asks.
He's good. Because it's
not
only
always
his
direct.
questions. It's his follow-up questions.
Yes.
He starts the topic, and then he just hits you with the, because I remember Haitian Jack said this isn't this. Like, he's all over that. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't know when dudes are going to learn, like, yo, just don't do this anymore. Like, because like I said, originally, I remember being like, okay, Cass probably was doing some shit because, yo, people, how do we feel like artists are getting money other than like
They're not.
I thought 2020 would have had a flood of music because people were like, yo, I need to push it out because I need to get my streams up or whatever the case may be. That's why I feel like more artists should have done like the Verzuz battle or done more. You know what I mean? Like
that teaches you what's really happening in the music.
because dudes are not touring. There's no clubs.
Yeah.
No one's touring. So how is that guy who like had a hit like in like 4 years ago, but like he could still tour off his music? Like how is he doing it now? Like
But
I don't
think about that.
Uh-huh.
In your mind and in my mind,
yeah.
we think, yo, they're signed, they're chilling. 'Cause
Right.
the
No.
shit's getting
I'm
streamed.
actually thinking like they're not doing like not
But
saying they're not doing
I
well.
thought they were.
Right.
Until you start seeing this type of thing happen.
Right.
Right? Because prior to that, you're like, oh, so people are more at home. They need more music. They're going to be
Right.
streaming more shit. They should be doing good.
Right.
But obviously, the labels are groveling up that money.
Yeah.
It's not being partitioned the correct way because these dudes, unless they're doing shows, they're not eating.
Because I mean, they got DJs online DJing live, and then when I hear shit, I'm just like, oh shit, you know what?
They're cutting shit off now, too, though.
Yeah, I know.
Even that, they're cutting off on. Like, you can't eat.
They fucked me up when I went live. They would like I would get to like a minute.
DJ
and then
Cheddie
it would fucking like cut me off.
Wait, what's the DJ name?
And I'm like, yo, nah, we gotta iron that out. I didn't get that.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
come with some.
we got, yeah, huh?
All right.
Yeah, that's fine. Do not call me fucking DJ Ferret. I'll kill you. I just thought about that. I was like, yo, this nigga got a ferret. I don't have a ferret, ladies. But no, it's just that's what I'm saying. Like I felt like those things were dope for artists because it got you thinking like, oh, okay, you know what? I want to listen to this now. You know what I'm saying? And people have more time at home. I mean, I was listening to music the whole time. Also, I would just have it on in the background. If I was listening to a podcast, it was just always just music. So I thought streams would go up, but it looks
They
like
can go up they want. They're not getting paid off of it correctly.
because of how they signed their contract.
That's the issue. So these contracts are fucking them up. In a case of like, and then here's the thing. I know we saw G Herbo got knocked, right, for doing what he did and whatnot. I'm sure
he
there's-
dropped an album this year, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's more artists doing the same thing. Everybody's trying to get their hustle off. It's just true because everybody's struggling right now.
Okay.
From all over the place, right? So when you see artists doing it, that just gives you an idea of how much people are struggling. Because an artist is going to do it for one reason or another. Like, they're not eating, right? So then you have to start looking at it like, so then what's really going on? And then why so are they picking these artists? Because you're going to tell me a country music artist ain't doing the same shit? They have to be.
They have to be.
Except they just keep coming at people in the hip-hop industry.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Well, we flashier. Well, you want to say that?
the country artist is probably touring because they don't have any restrictions in the
Nah.
South.
So then Atlanta rappers shouldn't be doing anything.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Where's G Herbo from?
they still
Chicago,
got
right?
Chicago. They still got clubs open in Atlanta. They be going to like strip clubs and stuff
All
like
them
that.
shit's Houston.
Yeah.
Like, we the only people on real lockdown. Like, they laugh at us like, lockdown? What's that?
Yeah.
We did that shit for like 3 weeks.
No, for sure. Like, I know people that go to Florida and they just, see people walk around with no mask on and stuff like that. So
Fuck you, Cuomo. De Blasio.
yeah, we ain't gonna be able to record the show soon. We're gonna get another shutdown the way the shit is going.
We'll say that we're recording in Atlanta. They don't know we're recording.
Live from the ATL, shorty. You know what I mean? That's what I say.
Took the whole studio with us.
I'll put on my whole country island. What's up, shorty? What do you do?
Damn, it's so
you
hot
know what I mean?
outside.
Yeah, it's hot outside. I'm finna get some chicken and waffles. That's mad racist.
No, that's true.
Well, I mean, if I was from ATL, I probably would be doing
I'll
that.
be eating that shit all day,
Shit,
man.
I
The
be
fried
doing that
chicken
right
out
now.
there
I be
crazy.
doing it right now.
I'm fasting right now, so all this shit is making me mad hungry. And the champagne hitting heavy. Damn. Man, I can't stop drinking it.
You saw the shit about The Weeknd not getting any Grammy nominations.
Fuck the Grammys.
Okay, so all right, you're not the first person to say that. Fuck the Grammys, fuck the Academy Awards. I'm gonna ask the question. It's the age-old question. Why do we look for that as validation? But I don't think it's validation anymore. I think it's like one of those things where it's like Grammy nominated artist so and so, and you forever have that attached to your name. I know we were discussing it earlier that you said there was a young lady that called Joe, or her manager called Joe Budden's podcast.
Summer Walker's manager.
Okay, so that's taking bread off her table because she doesn't have that in front of her thing.
You don't have that accolade.
When, from what I hear that, she did crazy numbers. I look at The Weeknd, I was like, his album or his single was the most streamed song of the year. And I believe he dropped his album like right before summer. So how does he not get a Grammy nomination? Like, who in front of him? You know what I mean? But from what I hear is that he turned down performing at the Grammys to perform at the Super Bowl, which is a no-brainer because you perform at the Super Bowl, your streams go crazy. Like, I believe Missy did a feature on one of these artists. She did like a 5-minute part on somebody's performance at the Super Bowl. And young people who didn't know who Missy was went back and listened to her shit.
Was it Beyonce?
And she was like streaming. She was like, not streaming, but she was trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it was like, I remember seeing Missy, and I'm like, damn, like, right away you're like, oh, is she okay? You know what I mean? But I guess I didn't see that part of the halftime show. Probably would take a walk. You know what I mean? Maybe go smoke.
We were at Edgar's house when
Missy
halftime show. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember seeing her and being like, who the fuck put her on the halftime show?
Right, but but that right there just boosted her stream. That 5-minute look just did that for her. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't blame The Weeknd for choosing one over the other. But like now you're gonna take away his shot, that accolade. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of artists who. What's that?
That's the question. Who are the Grammys? Who's making these choices?
Yeah.
Right. That's where people forget to question it because it's been a standard for so long.
Right.
Right. So even though we got shitted on, like it was like, yeah, but still it's a Grammy nomination. But because what you said, the Grammys don't only tie into the Grammys. It's now like, let's say you're an author. The biggest thing is to have New York Times bestseller.
Right.
How the fuck everybody's a New York Times bestseller is bugged out to me. But the moment you
I don't know how the fuck this is where Josh needs to have this seat back. I need to be on my research table because everybody and their mother I know drops a book and becomes a New York Times bestselling author. So we got to get that. We'll come back. We'll circle back to that next week because I definitely want to talk about that next week.
Because Hogwash, he knows this shit.
Yeah, either he knows it or I can look it up. Yeah. One of the two. You know what I mean? Because I don't get that. Everybody and their mother is fucking Soulja Boy wrote a book. And he's a New York best-selling author. You know what I mean? I just made that up. He probably, but he probably would if he did. You know what I mean?
But that's the whole shit. That's why when Summer Walker's manager called up, he's like, yo, it ain't about the Grammy. Right. Like, Summer don't give a fuck about the Grammy.
It's the look.
But we as a label, as a company, as the people that push so hard to make such a great project, we care about the Grammy because that opens so many doors. The doors that open up after that, but it's because the industry looks at the Grammys as that standard.
Right.
Right? So even...
you have that attached to your name forever.
Yeah, and they were talking about it. We have to start, as a culture, as the hip-hop culture, start really fucking putting money, putting time, putting effort, putting views behind things like the Soul Train Awards, behind the BET Awards.
The people that are willing to give us the flowers.
Yes, to make it. I mean? So now this is valid.
Right. But you see, people look at that as like, oh, you at the Soul Train Awards? You at the BET Awards? How many times have you... No, but I mean, being serious.
No, that's true.
How many times have you laughed and said, oh, the BET Hip Hop Awards is on?
Oh, you're popping on Vimeo?
And you'd be like, who? But why shouldn't we care, though? Why shouldn't that be the number one thing? Because the one thing I look for those awards, but you know what, though? You know why? Because they have awards called, like, the Hustler of the Year. I know you're going to laugh, but it's funny. Like, you don't need to do that. You know what I mean? Just... Best lyricist, best, you know what I mean?
Or is that not in keeping up with our culture?
Being a hustler?
That's our thing. Like, that's, unfortunately, that's what we've fucking made our thing. Like, oh, he a hustler, baby.
But wouldn't you rather it be, like, best songwriter?
They got that for the Dream. The best songwriter in the game.
Okay, no, but they have that in the Grammys. How many Grammys has he won? Because, see, that's a valid award because he's an actual songwriter, right? Like, I believe he won the award for Single Ladies. Because that's when he went up on the stage, and then he won another one, and Jay was
he's like one of the best songwriters in history.
Yes, we know that, Johnny.
For every genre.
But what I'm saying though is that that's a legit award. That's like an.
Why is it legit?
Because it's called Best Songwriter, not Hustler of the Year.
All right, hold on.
What the fuck? Hold up. This is why, This is why I need my laptop because I want to pull up. I don't want to pull up my phone live on the fucking show, but it's like
do it.
BET.
We got no motherfucking rules, motherfucker. This purple cups and champagne. You know what it is, man. Guapavelli, the Dawn, the Flies, dude, doing the H to the A and D. That's why these brothers hate on me. I'm going to keep repeating it so you motherfuckers get it in your brain. Ain't nobody better. Ain't nobody hotter. Ain't nobody realer. It's me.
Okay. Best live performer. That's very good. Best hip hop video. Which they don't show videos anymore, but to each his own. But they were shown on YouTube, so that's good. Hip hop album of the year, video director of the year, lyricist of the year. These are all good categories. Hip hop artist of the year, producer of the year.
You heard what they got
best
now?
collaboration, song of the year, best hip hop artist.
Is it bar?
Oh, look at this. Sweet 16, best featured verse. Those are dope, though, if you think about
That's
it.
the Grammys?
No, this is BET.
So then what the fuck is the problem?
Impact track.
Look how amazing this is.
DJ of the year. I'm coming for that in 2024. I'm
Yo,
saying that right
fact
now.
though.
Best hip hop platform. So that's like fucking Vlad. This is 50. Those fucking World Star.
The Joe Budden podcast.
Joe Budden podcast. Hustler of the year. That's where it loses me.
That's the only one.
Best duo or group. Best international flow. So it's like Skepta or like fucking
Future.
No, he's not international. You hate you.
Whoa, you better be careful what you say, buddy.
Future's not international.
Future's the most international motherfucker in Atlanta.
in Atlanta. These all right. You know what? I take that back. But
I'm part of Future Hive.
I'm gonna take that back. You know why? Because I got to go back to like 2009, maybe like the last time that I actually sat down and watched it, because they had some crazy like, you know what I mean. But these are good. These are really good actually. So I apologize to BET Hip Hop Awards.
Just remove Hustler of the Year so we don't look like a bunch of fucking ghetto-ass kids.
Right. You know what I mean? So, but nah, I mean, they could even do like best hip hop book of the year because like a lot of hip hop artists, like even artists.
Yeah, we write at least one book a year.
That's not true. 50, Angie Martinez's book is really good, yo, because she got stories for fucking days. I believe it was this year, but if it was not, it was 2019. But still good. Dame. Culture Vultures. That's a fucking. I'm sure that I already know. I don't even need to read that book without knowing that. I can't wait to read that book. That book is fire.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So those are like, but I think they got to really get rid of. But all these things that I shouted out to you are really good and valid. But like, here's my thing, right? So, the Baby and Lil Baby. Yeah. These guys are like the guys right now for
That's
for
not
the
the same person.
No, the Baby and Lil Baby. Yo. All right, you just aging us right now. But the Baby and Lil Baby. If you look at their streams, they're like...
Is that like Lil Wayne's kid?
They're because he had one with Baby.
Lil Baby, yeah.
He had one with Birdman. I hate you. Josh, come back, please. Oh, my God. Man, that does make sense, though, because they kiss in the mouth.
Yeah. Lil Baby.
So...
Baby.
And the Baby, they're carrying, like, the hip-hop... Like, as far as the streams, like they're probably the two most streamed hip hop artists this year.
Lil Baby fucking crushed this year.
And they didn't get nominations for the Grammys. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, what happens if these guys can't do this again? It goes back to, shout out to Josh again, Macklemore beating Good Kid, Mad City.
Radio play.
That was fucking crazy.
That was radio play.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's a cock.
I mean, Naughty by Nature beat Illmatic.
And they should have.
I went down this rabbit hole, by the way.
But they should have. Because of if you think about the impact of a song like...
They didn't have Hip Hop
You
Hooray.
OPP?
They didn't have Hip Hop Hooray on this album or OPP on this album.
How they beat him? What
I
song
don't
was on
know
that?
what fucking song they have. But
Is that the one with the snow? Here we go, yo. That
was 95. That was 95. That was 95. That's a good song, too, man. That's a good part.
I'm afraid of church, so I'm just fucking around.
That shit gets the party, like if you got old heads at a party, you know what I mean? You throw that on, they be like, oh, that's my shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, Buddha and Real just got mad offended.
Yeah, they got mad at it. Word. Nah,
Like,
I already know. If I had to DJ Real's birthday, Buddha's birthday, I would shut that shit the fuck down. Yo. I already know what I'll be playing.
It just be straight special ed.
Burn up. Be mad, rock him.
Black sheep.
It's been
Black sheep. What?
She will be mad. Mad rock him, thinking of a master plan. I mean, when they fucking paid him full back, dropping bombs on it. Big
Big Daddy Kane is original Brooklyn, yo. Big Daddy Kane had the flow.
Yo, shout out to Real, man. Heart of Queens, man. Heart of Queens. Oh shit. Yo, oh man. Real gonna want to scrap, man. Like fucking Logan Paul.
Like Nate Robinson.
Yo, dogs, Nate Robinson. All right, first of all,
Prayers up for Nate and his family. Lord, please make sure
Not
he's still
prayers up to
alive.
Nate.
He's still alive?
I don't know. He look fucking dead.
Yo, I thought he died right there.
He was
fam.
probably he had some of the best memes.
I
of
dropped
the
on my
fucking-
knees, said a prayer
Them
quick.
shits
B.
was great. I actually thought that whole thing was entertaining because you got to see Tyson and Roy. You got to see Nate and Logan Paul. I think they need to start doing this shit. I think they need to have like 2 rappers that don't like each other and just fucking fight. That's it.
It takes training, though. Let's be honest.
Okay, of course. Like 50 used to be a Golden Glove fighter. If I was Ja, I wouldn't
Cool
try
Mega
to.
too?
I wouldn't try to fight him. But oh shit, did you see? I don't like to big up other podcasts on our podcast, but Drink Champs got some shit coming out though, yo.
They got Mega?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on it. Yo,
Yeah.
Drink Chat's best podcast
Yeah.
in the world.
I
You
think
got
I
Mega
sent-
again.
I think I sent it to you, but I think you've been fasting from social media too.
I have. I've been
So,
off that shit. Yo, by the way,
yeah.
anybody trying to reach out to
I
me
was
since
wondering.
December
I was
1st,
wondering where you at, yo. You
Nah.
can't fast to promote this show. Like it just can't happen.
it's all right. That's
It's
why we
either
got
that-
our
it's
purple
either you
cups.
have to to fast from Handsome Island and just be straight up purple cups and champagne, so you can slide into DMs under that. Under
Nah,
that.
man. I needed
But we need you.
a break, a total break to focus on business and shit like that. But I will be posting
No, I
from my
respect that.
computer. You know what I
No, I
mean?
respect that. I respect that. No, because I would send you like so. I had sent you that episode. I had sent you where Nori sent out a challenge saying that CNN should battle Dog Pound.
The fuck out.
Listen.
Okay, go.
So one
Don't
of the
even
guys.
look at me like that.
So it was Loaded Lux. It was Loaded Lux and
I apologize.
Loaded Lux and Murder Mook.
I just thought about Nori,
Loaded Lux.
which I got a problem with
Okay,
the
go
verses
ahead, go ahead,
rules.
go ahead.
But let's just no. Continue.
Right, because we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
So Loaded Lux and Murder Mook got mad hype, and they were like, "Hold up, but you know Snoop is Dog Pound, right? And you know like Daz produced all this shit, so it goes back to those rules you were talking about, the versus rules, because Daz is according to the versus rules, Daz can go and use
Dr. Dre shit.
Daz can go and use fucking the shit he did for Cam. Ambitious as a rider.
Yeah. There's a problem with that. That's not normal, dude.
So let me. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better because I want you to hear it before I hear your reply to it. So, you know, Mook was just letting him know. He was like, "Yo," oh no, Lux let him know. He's like, "Yo," but he go get Snoop. Yo, they gonna use Pac shit. They gonna use Dre shit. They gonna use Snoop shit, right? So Nori was like, "So the fuck what? We gonna go get Nas and we gonna get Mobb Deep too." So I'm just like, "So what is it fucking now? Queensbridge against Compton?"
Yo,
It just like,
the
but
rules.
obviously, like it would be when I heard it, I just got hyped because I'm
that
like,
would
yo.
be. It should be Queensbridge versus Compton.
But dogs. But if I hear right, which would be awesome. But if I hear fucking Shook Ones, I'm not thinking CNN
At all.
But when I'm hearing LA, and New York, that's the way they said they would end the battle. They would end the battle doing that song,
Yeah.
which is dope. But Prodigy's on that shit. I think of that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so you can't just have a whole because Mobb Deep is their own entity. As much as you hate Prodigy, they are their own.
This nigga.
You fucking
I
hate
do not
Prodigy.
hate Prodigy,
You saw Real
man.
Space? You saw Real Space?
Yo, I do not hate Prodigy.
When I
son.
DJ Real's birthday, do not show up, dog.
I do not
show
hate
up.
Prodigy.
Do not show
It's
up.
just
As
only
soon
6% of his songs had real lyrics
as
behind
soon
them.
as you walk in, you're gonna hear, "I'm gonna throw a TV at you, you crazy."
Oh my God. That's his worst part ever.
I'm gonna drop that shit as soon as you walk. I'm gonna Shook Ones, keep it thorough, all that shit as soon as you drop.
That'll be my for my
As soon as you
40th
walk
birthday.
in.
You're gonna be a DJ. You can play all Prodigy all night. I'll be good. I don't hate Prodigy,
Young
man.
black
It's just, we gotta keep
entrepreneurs,
it to
all
where it's
that
at.
shit. Yo, I'm playing all that stuff, but
YBE was my shit,
we are
though.
not gonna use any time of this
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
to
yeah.
ever hate on Prodigy because Prodigy's that's my guy.
At all, man.
But,
plus Prodigy believed in God and aliens, so I'm with him.
Yeah, remember he said an alien like touched him or whatever.
Yeah, not real talk.
Yeah.
And that's not fake. I'm with him.
But no, circling back. So the parameters of fucking, you know what I appreciated? Check this out. And this is what made me think of this whole thing. So when Snoop battled DMX, people kept on commenting saying, "Yo, why you ain't doing Still DRE?" Why? You know what he said? He said Jay wrote that whole song. He said Jay wrote my shit and Jay wrote Dre shit. So I'm not gonna have nobody come up in here and be like, "Yo, why you didn't do this or why you didn't do that?" And I was like, "Cause you know Jay did it. Cause he said, yo, he was like, yo, we heard this beat, we had writer's block. Dre made a call to a rapper from New York, flew him in,
Yeah.
bodied it, and drove off. And he wrote that shit as he was Dr. Dre and Snoop. You know what I'm saying? I think Snoop said the only thing he did was when he did the whole 9-5 plus 4 pennies. That's definitely Snoop. You could definitely tell that was like some Snoop shit or whatever. But in that sense, I was like, I respected that and I appreciate that. But yo, I've seen verses where like guys are you didn't know? I walked in the studio when they were doing this song, so this is my song now. So you can't, you know what I mean?
That's my problem with verses, and I've said this before. They need to figure out the fucking rules. Because even, like, they were talking about...
You think it just needs to be your song? You can't be featured on a song?
You can, right? But it's to a certain degree. Now it's becoming this shit where, like, they were talking about Dipset versus the Lox, right? Okay. They're like, yo, that should be crazy. Yeah, but you know, Lox could bring in DMX shit. And then they were like, and Dipset, they're going to be... I'm like, whoa, no. I want Dipset versus Lox. Okay. I want Dipset... I don't want Cam solos. Right. I don't want Jada solos. I want Dipset versus fucking Lox, what it's called. Right. These niggas ain't songwriters. This is not like the Dream versus Sean Garrett where I could pull up Mario's song. That's a different battle. That's a songwriter battle.
Could Jada use like We Gonna Make It because him and Styles are on it?
No.
Okay.
Because that's not a Lox song.
It has to be each and every one of them on it.
I would think so. I think not even each and every, it could be a Jada and Styles cut from a Lox album.
Okay, got you. So it can't be 24 Hours to Live because that was on Mace's album.
No, that's a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit makes zero sense to me. That's why
because they definitely used those things because those are bombs. You know what I'm saying?
100%. It's like DMX. Did he use 24 Hours to Live?
He didn't.
Why? Because X and Snoop were on some shit.
But X is my song. X is a real dude. X is a real dude.
And that's my point.
Because he's got enough in the.
What you saying, man? You gotta continue. You were saying what you were saying.
Oh, was I talking?
Yeah. Sorry about that. The power went out here in the studio.
You just edited that same way when I just froze in. Just kind of like.
Okay, power went out here in the studio, aka the batteries died. So we're back. We're live, getting it popping. I'm gonna have to do some editing magic.
Yeah.
What we saying?
Oh, we were talking about X and Snoop, how they're just like super artists, real artists, you know what I mean? Just like, but also like, I feel like they have enough in the chamber that they can do something like this.
You should not be in the verses if you don't have enough in the chamber.
So you're not going to be tuned into Ashanti versus Keisha Cole?
Not at all. Not interested in it.
I'm definitely not watching it.
Ashanti's going to body her.
I'm definitely not watching any of that shit with no girl.
But that's the thing.
I'm trying to fucking side-eye me the whole night.
When the Keisha Cole shit come on?
I'm going to side-eye me the whole night. Then I'm not going to get no pussy either at the end of the night. Get the fuck out of here. Yo.
I got Keisha, by the way.
Nah, I got Ashanti.
Because if they were going song to song, I got Keisha. The problem with Ashanti is Ashanti can pull the Fat Joe song.
She's going to pull it. She's going to pull Ja's songs.
She can pull Ja's songs.
She's going to pull Murder Inc.
That shit makes zero sense.
She got Foolish and Unfoolish. Is she going to play both of them?
Yo, and let's be honest.
Unfoolish got Biggie on it. And Foolish, you know what I mean?
But let's be honest. You think Ashanti wrote most of that shit?
No, Ashanti wrote shit for Jennifer Lopez. She wrote Ain't That Funny for Jennifer Lopez, and I'm
real. Wouldn't? Jennifer Lopez can't really. She's not a real artist.
But no, that's a Dominican.
She's a performer, nigga. She's a performer. Let's be honest. She's a performer. Right. She could dance well. Okay. She could sing other people's shit well. Not really. She can't even sing well. Like,
is this a Dominican and Puerto Rican thing?
Not at all, man.
Is this like how Faye didn't like Guyanese people until I had to check him and be like, yo, look, man, I'm Guyanese.
Nah, not at all.
Have to get rid of,
yo, if anything,
you don't have to accept me, dogs.
I got more real core Puerto Rican friends outside of my family than Dominican friends. I grew up with Puerto Ricans and blacks. I didn't have Dominican friends because they were fresh off the boat niggas in East New York at that time. I wasn't fresh off the boat. I had a blue passport. So they weren't really friendly with me. I'll be honest with you. Yo, it's the real talk. They used to tell me I wasn't a real Dominican. So you know how offensive that was? Like, nah, nigga, I eat plata.
He used to walk around with his blue and go, brah, and hit niggas in the head with that shit. Yo.
But I guess what? Can't get deported, you bitch ass nigga. But, yeah, I got no Puerto Rican hate. Yeah. I love all you Ricans, especially Rican women. You guys are so salacious.
Ashanti.
Yeah, Ashanti.
Ashanti's gonna destroy Keisha Cole. I feel like Keisha Cole didn't have enough years. I think Ashanti had like a couple years. I know Keisha Cole had time.
I think if anything, Keisha got more time than her.
You think so?
Not on the mainstream, and that's the problem. Right. So that's where again,
like white people know Ashanti's music.
100%.
Where Keisha's more urban.
Plus when she plays, dun, 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 dun. That's just gonna kill everything. The
Buddha's definitely listening to that shit with a shorty, yo.
100%.
100%. Yeah. He definitely listens to that shit with a shorty, and then he's gonna see us next week and he's gonna be like, I didn't listen to Cheddie, man. I should have listened to Cheddie. I don't listen to that shit with no girl. I don't even wanna.
Nah.
Yo, I was looking at memes and they were showing like the starter kit for like girls, and they were showing like a baby fat jacket. fucking,
Yeah.
fucking, just for me, like gel. Dogs. I was fucking crying, man. I was like, yo, word. Them Malolos and Manonos, remember that shit? Fucking Jay.
Son. What was the sketches
my
was making them
nigga.
shit? Wasn't he?
Yeah. I remember that shit. I remember my man.
My ex had them. Killer had them shits, man.
Yo.
Keller was rocking the Manonos like nobody's
Yeah,
business,
man.
man. And I was like, yo, you go, girl.
I remember
Look
we
at
had
you with
this.
your high ass.
We had this girl in our school. Niggas used to call her BB, boy's butt, cause she had no butt. You know who you are. We used to call him that. I ain't gonna say who, right? Cause
Bryant.
Cause your wife might be listening to this shit. But
Yo,
anyways,
B-Man's dirty.
Nah, it never wasn't B-Man. but they used to call her BB, and she had Manonos. She had Manonos, because that niggas was like, yeah, you definitely got the shit from Queen Center Mall. And I'm like, but she should. She's only 16 years old.
Yo.
Why should she have Manolos?
That's why I said Killer had them shits.
Like,
I was
why?
like,
Yeah,
you go,
do your
girl. I
thing.
didn't have to buy you shit.
Do
You got
your
them for
thing, man.
$39.99 on
gosh,
Junction Boulevard.
It's culture, yo. It's culture. We are culture.
You got to fit in. Get in when you fit in, man.
Oh, my gosh, man. Shit is crazy.
All right, well,
Look at
ladies and
shit.
ugly men, thank you for joining us. Unless, Cheddie, you got more you want to talk about? You
No,
good?
man. I mean, this is, we hope next week we get our
I'm
full
glad
crew,
you back,
our
man.
full crew back. No, it feels good to be back. It feels good to
Yo,
be back.
fuck anybody that ain't here. If you can't dedicate yourself to a motherfucking hour on this shit, fuck are we doing here, man? No, I'm just kidding, man.
Our guys are getting, our guys out there getting the bag. You know what I mean?
Get in the bag. Niggas is sitting at home, nice and warm and shit. I'm freezing.
Watching Tuesday Night Football, yo.
Yeah, look at that shit. You gave us up for the NFL?
Dead ass watching Tuesday Night Football. You know,
Nah,
but
man.
I can't be mad at them.
You notice the people that are typically missing are married?
This looks like it's gonna be. Is this gonna be topic 6?
Nah, I don't want to get into it. I just find it crazy how married niggas can't move.
Fox not married. He got a
He's
girl.
kind of married. Yo, Fox gets married the moment he's in a relationship.
Oh my god. Because he's a good.
Yeah, son.
Because he's a good dude.
He's a great dude.
Right.
Not only that, whoever he picks, he has you like, that's it. Yo, we're together for the next 41 years. So,
Well, yo, with that being said, yo, Dieggy, get well, man. We miss you.
get well.
Yeah,
Dieggy is well. Dieggy's another fucking hammered ass nigga off of what his girl telling him to do. Or I'm playing softball. Yeah, only softballs are in your fucking pants, you bitch ass nigga.
Yo, can you please edit that out?
I'll try.
Queens.
All right, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank
Man.
you for joining us. I apologize for that whole rant. It's the alcohol. Remember, I'm fasting.
Cheers.
So the shit just hits me totally different.
Good show.
You know what I mean? I'm glad to have Cheddie back. Curator of the show. Without him, nothing happens. Just remember that. Guapa Valley to Dawn, Ace to the A and D.
We'll see y'all next week.
Let's go.
Peace.
Brooklyn.